So welcome everyone to this light language healing activation. Thank you, Kathy, for being here with me. She's my partner in this group. Thank you, Jacqueline, Lydia, Eva, Susan, Naida, Liz, Helena, Christy, Pinar, Susan, and Lucy. Thank you all for coming. Most of you here know me, but for those who don't, I'm a light language channeler. I'm starting also to channel other beings and bring messages to the world. And I also use the technique from Dolores Cannon, QHHT, to connect to other entities and bring messages to the world. So today we are going to do some light language activations for anybody who requests them. We are going to also share some intentions, and those who speak light languages, they can speak light languages with me at the same time if they want. If any of you want that intention to be done by any of the group here who speak light languages, it can be also individually. It's up to you to have it like from all of us at once or from one particular person. Usually all together is always much more powerful, much more powerful. Like everything with love. Everything that we unite with love is much more powerful. So this is a little bit about myself. I'm gonna let Kathy to introduce herself.
Hey everybody. I know a few of you here. I don't know a whole lot of you, so I guess you probably don't know very much about me. I'm recently a new channeler, and I speak light language. Like I said, I've only been speaking light language for about a month. I started channeling a couple of years ago, but not thinking I was actually channeling. I do Reiki, and I would receive messages while I was doing Reiki on my clients, and my messages would be related to whatever chakra I was over at the time. So if I was over their third eye chakra, I would get messages from their guides or my guides about things that were going on in their third eye. And so then at the end of the session, they would get a full reading from me, and I would do it for free just as a bonus. So they could ask questions, I could get them answers for problems. So I've been doing it for about 2 years, but I wasn't really calling it channeling. I was just thinking that I was tapping into my psychic abilities. And then I'd asked my guides, I've been familiar with my guides for many years, and my main guide is Elijah, and I asked him to help me find my tribe. And within a couple of weeks, I found Hukalo. Listened to them first on YouTube and didn't join in, just listened and absorbed as much information as I possibly could. And from there, I joined and started doing the paid ones. And then finally started getting into enough knowledge that I booked a private session with Jim. That private session with Jim a couple of months ago changed my life, because I was able to talk with my higher self, find out, yes, I knew who my guides were, but I found out the connection of how all those guides connected me to my higher self. I was told what my mission was, and that I had abilities that were going to start opening up within the next month or two. It was just a life-changing kind of experience. And shortly after that was when somebody else told me, you're not getting psychic messages. You've been channeling all this time. You just didn't know, you weren't calling it the right thing. And then the light language started. Then I asked guides for more information and just kind of followed their direction, which led me to Ismael. And him and I did a QHHT hypnotherapy, a 4.5, almost 5-hour session. And again, I got to do more past life regressions, learn more about my missions, learn more about my gifts, and kind of get that second confirmation that I was on the right track. So these are just all ways that I use to be able to confirm to myself that I wasn't just making it up in my head, because we all have those questions, right? And I had a lot of questions watching Hukalo. I got a lot of those questions answered. And then having the private session, I was able to get all my personal stuff answered. So, so now my guides are all Old Testament prophets. My higher self is also a very high up Old Testament prophet. And I'm writing a book of lost scriptures in light language from the Old Testament prophets. That was my first mission that they gave me. So doing this light language group is giving me an opportunity. They want them spoken to everyone, because this will awaken other light languages in people. And it's also going to heal the world right now, and that's what they need. They give me these books like in an automatic writing type thing. I sit down and meditate, ground myself, and then they start giving it to me word by word with punctuation, where the periods, where the commas go. If I have spelling mistakes, I go back and correct them. I had that background in my career for many years. I was a graphic designer and marketing manager, so I know how to copyright, I know how to write books and all of that. So they said that was why I had that career, was to train me for this purpose. So these scriptures, some of them are prayers, some of them are actual long sermons that they had given, are from Elijah, Isaac, Isaiah, Enoch, and all the Old Testament prophets. They said that the prophets, I will also be I channel the prophets. So far, I'm not channeling all of them. So far, I'm only channeling Isaiah, and Enoch I channeled once. They say in the future I'll be channeling Elijah as well, like Jim does, but I have not a chance to channel him yet. So these lost scriptures, they said that we're here to tell the world the truth. The prophets are coming back. Many of them are reincarnating right now. Many ascended masters are reincarnating right now. Jesus' work is reincarnated right now. And they're here to correct all the lies that people have been told for so many years. These scriptures were either removed from the Bible or lost or stolen or burned long ago. Some of them are hidden and haven't been found yet, but they want them written so that there's more documentation again moving forward. So that's my story. And that's kind of why we started this group, so we can get a place for these scriptures to be heard and used. So anyone has any questions, feel free.
I do have a question, because it's actually very fascinating what you said. But what I'm observing, at least in the United States, there is enormous amount of people who are basically so incredibly brainwashed that how are you even going to convince them that what they are believing, it's not the true scriptures or not true Bible? And it almost feels like they're in such a...
They got blinders on.
That I mean...
Yeah. Well, we asked if they should be translated, for one, because I really wanted to know what, like everyone else, I want to know what the words are. I want to know that they actually mean something. And Jim translated a couple of them, so I've been writing them down with his translation. But we asked under hypnosis whether I had to have them translated, and whether this book has to be written for people to read like a book. And they said no, that the words don't need to be translated. People just need to hear the light language and the words and hear it in their heart, and their subconscious will absorb the knowledge and help awaken them. So it doesn't matter if they don't understand these words, even if they just hear them. One of the other things that we thought that Ismael and I can do is put them into meditations where I'm saying the words in light language, and it's set to a meditation track so people can just meditate to it. So it's just going to absorb. They don't need to know what it actually says.
I have a great idea. We should just like walk around, you know, like on streets speaking light language. If we have a pet, nobody will know that we're not talking.
My husband loves it now. A month ago, we thought I had lost my... Yeah. Everybody that has heard me say it says it's so beautiful that they go into a trance, because it's an angelic light language. So yeah, it's just people hearing it. The more people hear it, the more it's going to awaken people.
That's
Well,
something
thank you
that
for come to this planet.
that's something that helps you a lot also when you start talking them. Try to share if you feel like you are talking gibberish and you feel shy to go in public like we are doing now. Start with the friends that you have, close friends and family, of relatives who have the mind sufficiently open to receive that, because in my family, apart from my cousin, nobody else will accept light languages. They think that I'm crazy. So to those who you believe that they will receive it with an open heart, share it, record your voice, record the light languages, and send it to them. And the feedback that you receive from them, they are going to tell you also a lot about what you are doing, about those light languages. Because that was the way I received my first confirmations, by sending to everyone I knew some tracks. And then they were bringing back beautiful messages. I got this part of my body healed. I was stuck in this, and then that got away, and now I can meditate, things like that. I have many positive feedbacks. And that is how I started realizing that that wasn't me making that up. That had something inside, something like, let's say, like subliminal, some sort of message by subliminal love, because we have been using along the history subliminal, like to manipulate minds and to do harm in others. That's not the case with light languages. If you are centered in love, that's what is gonna come through you. Love, only love.
Yeah, you only have to feel the energy of the words. You don't need to know what they mean.
Yes, and that's the case also with the book that Kathy is channeling. That book is not a book like it was mentioned before, that we need to convince someone. Nobody needs to be convinced, because
No.
it's in light languages. So only the people who are able to receive with an open heart love are going to be able to receive that. And I love that, because all through history, all the books have been like sort of discriminated, or some people has thought that whatever is said in that book is blasphemy, or other people have said, oh, that's the word of God. And that's one of the reasons why I like the fact that it comes in light languages, because there's nothing you can say about that. You cannot judge that. You can either listen to it or move away. That's it. You won't receive anything. You will receive like if you don't know Chinese and you listen to Chinese, it's like, okay, that's fine. But nothing more than
nothing
that.
bad will come from it. It just has no effect at all.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's something I love, that this is coming like in a
pure form
way, or upgraded way to humanity. And they cannot burn it. They cannot burn it. Actually, we are going to make sure, Kathy and I, that they won't burn it, because we are going to create these videos with meditations and tracks with the messages. So she will keep a copy. I will keep another copy always. That's the way.
And they're actually, I'm writing them all down like in an actual book. So they come with, even at the end of every scripture, they tell me which prophet wrote each scripture or each prayer. So it's amazing, absolutely amazing. So unless anybody has any other questions, we can start.
I have a short question. I want to ask about the name of, what's your name? Ismael, but entire name, how did that originate?
Where my name comes from?
Yes, exactly.
Well, my name, my father is from Egypt and my mother is Spanish. And I was born there in Spain. And in Spain, we use that name. It's quite common. My parents wanted to have a name that works in both countries. And Ismail is in Arabic and Ismael is in Spain. Ishmael in English, I believe. That's the origin of my name. That middle A that you see there stands for Al-Mesri, which is my first surname coming from my dad, which means the Egyptian. So in a way, I'm called Ismael the Egyptian Rodriguez. That's what it is. Or your question was about something else.
I'm missing half of it. It starts with,
Oh, the Metatron egg?
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I
the
asked that
Metatron
question
egg
too.
part. Okay. The Metatron egg was a vision. I was doing my training in angelic Reiki, and we were practicing in pairs, in couples, and this lady from Australia, she's blind, and then she just came to me. She said to her partner, I want to do the practice with Ismael. I felt his energy. And then she came towards me and she said, do you mind me to have this practice with you? And I said, no, not at all, lovely. It's beautiful. So she started doing that practice, that healing, channeling the angelic realm. And as she was doing that, I started seeing like a blue planet with the shape of a neck. And it was turning like this just next to planet Earth. And as it was turning, that planet had like many, many windows with an hexagonal shape, each window. And through each window, a lot of divine light and love was projected to planet Earth. The interesting thing is that I had this vision, and whilst I was there, I asked with my inner mind, I say, what is that? What is that? And I heard like a huge, massive voice to say, it is the Metatron egg. Okay, I had that vision, that experience, and then we continue with the practice, and then I did the healing on this friend of mine from Australia. And then, as I was doing the healing, I found out later on that she was having the same mission, the same vision, and the same message that I was having while she was doing that healing. So we went to that part after the practice where the whole group, we were about 20, where the whole group was sharing what each of them felt during the practice. And then when Marianne, this friend of mine from Australia, started describing what she felt, what she saw, and what message she received, obviously my jaw fell in the floor, like saying, wow, I saw exactly the same. And that was for me also like some sort of sign and confirmation that I was at the time in the right track and doing what I was supposed to do. And it's something I do today also. So sorry, I thought you meant about my name, but well, there you are. You all know now a little bit more about me. So let's do like a light language opening. I'm gonna start doing some light languages blessings. And then we will take it from there. Anyone who would like to bring a blessing is most welcome. Either in your language, it doesn't matter, in light languages, in your own language, in English, in Chinese, Japanese, whatever you like. The intention is what it counts here, and that's what it matters. Love matters. Paitakan taist aku pais itu hatam pakash anak utaishi otu taikatas paihata umpuia otos tainiaka ona aku atish inte eke atu taikash umpe ia taisata ona akatus intakiato Ohatakis antais ashumpaiki. Oho, naisataka. Antaika santaista aisumpaika. Otos iniaka. Osto antiki isi ituku antaka. So that was a little bit the feeling I was getting. Well, at first my intention was to just bless all the people here and the path for this group and every single person path from this group. Bless it. But I started also receiving that confirmation, like in form of love, that was actually what they were saying. They were actually blessing each of us here and this present moment and the path that we have ahead. Sometimes I receive these messages, sometimes I don't understand what they are saying. It's up to them. They also made me feel always that when we do these gatherings, a lot of them are at the same time being here watching this. And every time they give me that feeling, it's really incredible to think that so many other ETs are around there in the galaxy also attending to this group. What makes me a little bit shy as well. But I have to put my shy part aside and flow with it, which is lovely. So now, Kathy, if you would like to do a blessing.
Yeah. Yes, I'll read one of the scriptures. Kulumata donone siru pluru tomosh, sanse malu donote srilia matu donote, hashimala tomadushi singapuru, hashimala duista tone kurumata, halafitu tumone, kalehashi ame note malu siru pluru, kalamote timone, hashienda malu doni siru, kalamata tomino done kashimalu sritu matadone. Kalidala malele pachu, maludano, komikalu situmala hashanote malisiru, note domi malakola, hashimalu situdoni malu, mastunoni adunai danote pirumata, sense mala kashanote falameyu, situdala kashanote tuilia, mastiamu danote kashafalanote motu, sinutula kashafeu, mota halimalu kalanote siru pluru mote. Kiro mata hashanote diamo mastu preu, situ doni mastiome, fala curo note, done malu, freio malu, situ done malu. Fria turo mata done, astiamo curo note, tiamo mastiamo, curo hashanote, tiamo mastiamo, donote mata falo, tiamo mastiamo, donote diamo, tiamo mastiamo, curo noto malu. And that's by the Old Testament prophet Isaac. That's an angelic light language that the prophets spoke when it was their time on earth. And there's little hints of old ancient Latin, Hebrew, Greek There's even a few old Italian words in there. So bits and pieces kind of sound familiar to a lot of people. I don't speak any of those languages, so I don't know what any of the words mean. I've had a little bit of it translated. And like the last little bit is saying how much the prophets are, we love you and we're lifting you up and we're holding you, and not everything bad is always bad. Sometimes there's good in the bad that's happening to you, and through all of it, we're loving you. That's kind of the ending of that message.
That's so beautiful, Kathy. And yes, the first time she started sharing these downloads, I started detecting these Latin words, because the Spanish is more sort of connected to Latin. And yes, some other people around her also, they started telling her origins from this language, and it seems like it's
a combo.
It's a combo. It's a divine combo. Also passing the message again that all languages are equally blessed.
They're all united. They're
And
all from the same
united.
spot. They just kind of took their separate ways at one point.
Yes. Thank you, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Who else? Will anybody else like to do a blessing with light languages? You, Ewa?
Yes, I can.
Please do.
Nó mà chỉ chịu anh nó ơi nhìn nhớ phải nghĩ nó bỏ con kia tụ bỏ thì cái ní cái có bỏ thì nó cái gì cái cũng mà cái có nó bớt nó anh có thì có Oh God, that was interesting. I actually asked on purpose for someone to speak completely different sounds, because it's good for people to hear variety. And I never heard that before. So whatever that meant, I enjoyed that. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. It's the first time I hear that in a way, but very cheerful. It felt like a lot of beautiful energy in my heart, very cheerful. Thank you. Anybody else would like to do some blessing? Kathy, you are saying something. You are muted. Kathy.
I just wondered if she had an idea of who the language might have been by. Did you get a feeling for it?
Really, I simply asked for something very different. And I guess I was listened to by someone. You know, Angie from Hukulam, the languages she speaks, it's just sometimes really unbelievable. So I know that there is an incredible variety, truly.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I love her light languages as well. The ones from Angie, they always touch me over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anybody else? No? You would like, Helena? You just need to unmute yourself and go ahead.
Yes.
If you wish. If you wish. Now, this is open.
Nina nisho no ko dishania ta shukroto no machi kratso tiatia. No shokto to no miste krati shite sokro no karti kro sobridati distecho. Nakta sara sokroto no tisi krati na tasati to rostitis. Na shikranala shikrano shuto to digitalti. No korosa la tasta grata koroto vitati siditati sonoktodia. Nakshalakta sagrata krishokroto marakta sagraitiridetia. No utira kala shinitia o shigriti soko pitisiati. Naktasala shikrata no krok disikriakte nagadokoni. Naklagrasa krati kracho klo prandati krasti kutorochi. Nikta nakrasa katonomra trakatoria. Naklasha kromri trakaste trei tramakotochia. Nakrasa kachikramrakti disikita nakatitina. Odia krisikrani no krok kutsukomrati dirisa. No klasa kratra kursukomakti tikrakokte. Naklasa kashakrata naklokomrakasa kotomia. No yo ni anio ye amane asito yo ni rasa mata hasikro shukorkitis ya nakla kashokro timina sita no kinisia china tisi anak tine anak tono niknanak tisikna shokanisi. Thank you.
That was powerful.
That was very powerful. Thank you, Ellen. Laura, hello. Welcome. Okay, now we can start with the intentions you like. I will go one by one in the screen, and then if you have an intention to share with the group, so those who speak light languages can put that intention into light languages, or those who wants to do a prayer, they can do a prayer in their own language. I think Jacqueline is busy at the moment. No? Would you like to share an intention, Jacqueline?
No, sorry. I'm trying to put my phone onto something because I wasn't very organized to listen to you today, and my phone's in my hand and I'm trying to relax and enjoy this because this is amazing. I've never heard anything like it and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, but I need to rest my phone somewhere so I can embrace it even more. So I apologize. Sorry.
It's okay. I'll come back to you, love. I'll come back to you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And it's you, Lydia, then the first one in asking.
Okay, my intention is to activate the light language for everyone who is not speaking now.
Do you have another one? Because we are going to do the light language activation later, one by one.
Okay.
Or we can do it twice if that is your real wish.
Yeah.
We can do it as a group. We can do it as a big group.
Yes,
exactly.
Okay.
Let's do it as a big group.
Okay. So everyone who wants to join in, please join in. And if you don't, then just listen.
Yes. And for the intentions, anything is welcome. Any possibility.
Yeah. Personal, sick person in your family, anything.
Yes.
Need a new house.
Exactly.
Whatever you want.
You need your dog to fly. That's also acceptable. Whatever you want. Okay. At upaist an.
Dochimala kalanoti suru, kaladoni suru tichimana dochi. Kalanote tuchimala kaladochi siru, kusimana asamala kaladochi suru, situma tamiano kalanoti puru, tuchifala kalanoti turu, situma tamiano, dochi tamiano, suru tamiano, dochi tamiano.
Noko aniala kai shokonoi. Alago shokoniaki anaki sonokochi. Alakasha noko loko tikisitia. Sokotaka nana kisitiati kana.
O atum
Tarakshini
paisitos aya.
Nashala
Otaka
tikisikara.
itais
No tikanashi kanasi toto tikiki. No tikanasa karati
Omai
kanumati
satai
sikana
tayana.
Gracias con los
Ohakai staya naka. Otoshuntaito. Ontokosho.
Kanaka sukonakanix kanaka tukwati. O kanak siklakata chikanak.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was beautiful. I have just, my ears was tingling like wild. Thank you.
I'm already high. Next is my cousin, so I will translate what she tells me to the group. Naida, ¿te gustaría compartir una intención con el grupo? Y la voy a traducir en inglés al resto.
Mi intención es de activar la luz a aquellas personas que le faltan un poquito y no terminan de activar esa luz que tiene.
Gracias. Her intention is about to activate that little spark that people might need to be happy, to do what they need to do to fulfill their mission, and just to unblock anything in themselves. So
Beautiful.
Gracias.
Kalyashi tanote siru pluru tomiano dashi kurumana hasita dosi hasiata malanoni durote tomiano kalishi kaladote surutu velele tone mala la doshe velele male kalamata peli tuchu promiti mana kaladoshe simupuru ushuan tulole chitoni mala hashianta maladoche simupuru Valamelu, Frelamelu, Siru Note Kurumana, Galele Tomiano Doshimala, Tuchi Fala, Guano Dochi Tumfala, Aleanda Malano de Fala, Kasha Fala, Tuchi Fala, Tomi Fala, Malu.
Atuatoshon taisa. Ahatasa tusiana. O taisa takain takai sutu. Eto shaita eto se taka ontaiha masa taisa. Thank you. Another thing I would like to add, if Kathy and I, we finish our transmission, and you wish to continue downloading or sharing some more light languages, please do not stop when we do. Let it flow and let it come free out and let it come. We are not here to we are not the policeman or policewoman saying stop at this point. No, just let it come if you feel like bringing that forth. Thank you. And that chanting in the background was beautiful. Mm-hmm. I also feel that when we do it together, in the beginning, some entities start talking one light languages, but then the more they start like gathering light languages at the same time, it's like other entities start channeling other type of light languages through me. And in a way, it feels so good because it's like the Tetris game. It's like they really match.
They're merging.
And they merge together.
Yeah.
And it creates like a ball of light and love being transmitted to everyone. It's so beautiful. And I love that. That's why I say, if I stop the transmission, I don't calculate how long I'm gonna be doing the transmission. It's up to them. So please continue, and I will be there also enjoying your part, your sharing. It's beautiful. The next one in the screen is Iwa. Eva?
Oh, it's me. I hardly believe my name. Okay, it's Eva. So it's okay. My intention. I'm going to actually ask for myself. I seem to be losing a lot of energy when I go into public places. So by middle of the day, I'm basically exhausted and I have to rest. So I need.
They're sucking all your energy out right now.
That's,
I can see a vision of you, and they're feeding off your high energy.
you know, that actually happened once, like so vividly, but I guess I should close myself with something, but it's maybe like languages would help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
We'll do now a transmission all together, but I would like to add to that every time when I wake up in the morning, I do a protection. I do an exercise for protection. You can invoke angels if you believe more in ETs. If you believe in the soul as a creation.
Your dragons. Use your dragons.
Exactly. Dragons.
I do the same.
Anyone you feel like you can invoke or ask for protection with your heart. It has to be really, really like coming from your heart. That's how things work.
We're more vulnerable right now because there's so many people in so much fear and stress that's why I say I had the vision of you getting your energy kind of sucked dry. So if you do a protection around yourself, it'll stop them from feeding off your positive energy so much.
And I also do the same before I go to bed.
Energetically. So I shouldn't be kidding, but it's draining. Okay.
It is, yeah. Okay, ready?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Doce fala mala doce siru, kuru mata tomiano do note, siru cruro domino lamate, hasciando calanote tumino, kuru mata calanote tumino, doce malo cate timo mala, doce tumino, kuru note hasita, domino turo calanate, calamate, tila noce, calamata tumino, duro note calamata cala, santimala docimalo, donoti siru curmata, doni curu caliente domane, tosi domana timo, dola malo duristu domo, susumala caliente domana, tosi siru curu, belele malo falamata donote, caliente domana, pushu kiru, tapi kiru kulu, tulu kiru, doni kuru mala, Rajum tunote duilia, sentimale done siru kuru mote. Note, rashumala konote duilia, rajum tukuru duilia no, tunote malu. Te kuru tomiano dunoce, duis tunote, dose malu, kuru siru mata.
Thank you. And now it's you, Susan.
I think my intention will be love and support for Mother Gaia for her journey, as well as, you know, in gratitude for her love and support of us as humanity.
Beautiful. Thank you, lovely. Acaso paista takara.
Hashiada hashiada e ushun duilia. Guru shuru duilia. Unta a urui teru shuru takaria. Tinkara tikari shuru tukuru. Unturu shari takario. El iri uru. Shun takara uru. Shun takara uru. Shun takara a. Tinkara tukara tukara tukara. Tikara shanta.
Eto sakai shuku paisto. Itakato aton paistata. Ohataka sotai shatakamana. Akai atakashi ato paista.
Shukuya nayata piyata. Tutomiyata.
Thank you. And now it's actually you, Helena. Yes.
For all people of the world who needs to heal emotions and heal in our bodies, and in the people who need to heal every emotion and every skills in the bodies. That's it. For every people in the world who need help. You understand me?
Mhm.
Perfect. Thank you. Perfectly.
Tushukuru mala kashinote, dumano kushi sanse mala, tushukuru denote kuru, astiamo denoste tam duilia, mastanote kushinote malanote, tiamo doce ni ukula mato denote, tiamo doce, tiamo doce, tiamo doce. Paladone mastiamo kuru, palanote mastiamo kuru. Shuranote mala, filele mala, doce mala, tisha mala, palanote kushatimu, doce tiamo malakai, susutimu denote, malu, 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 doce malu.
Ohakaso tos. Atu siti atukayata yanaka. Ostaka konte. Atatu sete atuku anate. Astata yanaku antiki atuse. Anatashi tiki. Uanaka kakashuku eneki aku ataishiti. Anatatai shiti. Atu anatai shiti. Thank you, Elena. And now is you, Luba.
Hi.
Hello.
Personal intention, please. Please remove my blurry vision from my eyes and everything what caused it. Thank you.
Thank you, lovely.
Thank you.
Yes, this is something that we can also we can also ask for things for ourselves, because if we help ourselves, we can help others. So this is as important. Is to do transmission for the world and for ourselves. Yeah? So feel free to ask anything also for yourselves.
Doshi mala preyu tuchi fala kalanote, doni mata freyu meyu sisikuru tomianu, kuranote mata kala sirutu, tuchi fala kalahashi, priyu meyu dunote fala, priyu me la doshi situ doni fala, kuranote dumosh, hashianda preyu meyu kaladoshi kumatichu, kulumata hasita, hasiata maleo, ishiyama kulumeyu, mata kiro tumone, Duci kilu meleo, haniapa kuristu, tomino tuanu tici falamata, kali alamata tomino doci, vale suristu tomiano maracata, freo prio toni mala, vale situ doni matakiru, plura tomiano doci, kalihashi sienta tuistu tomino, kurumata doni fala, halienda tomosh kurumata adunai, kurunote calienta, dumo cali hasita, fala preyu meyu dunosh kumat situmala, kaliama tumani, sisikuru tumi dushi, kulehelu matadala, simuturu dumanakuru, kashahale kasitiru, mosikiru paladoshi tumoni, pachamola tirukuru, tomiana mastunoni, dimuala sirumote, ladosh, amata tomiano sirupuru demone, halimala kaladoshi matafala.
Thank you. And it's so beautiful to have the words, Kathy, from the book in the background. The feeling is like helps to flow a lot.
It reminds me of when I say it, it's, and my husband said this too, it's almost the same as chanting, the monks chanting.
Yes.
It's the same rhythm, and I do it before meditation and sleep, and it kind of just lulls me into that.
Like some kind of mantra, no?
Like a mantra, yeah. The words flow like that.
That's the effect as well in my heart.
Katie, can you translate? Do you know what you're saying?
No, I can't translate. Safira is able to translate some of them for me, and I've been just reading them at Hukalo on Saturdays now, and writing down Jim's translations. So little by little, I'll have them.
Yeah,
I have a couple, but no, I don't know yet. They give me 2 or 3 words, but I don't get all of them. Maybe one day.
Yes.
Your language sounds like, to me, Italian, Greeks, Romanian include, and also native Indians.
Yeah, it's all mixture. There's so many. And then the writing, I'm French, and when I write it, it's got all the same accents as the French language. So there's that, like, it's all of them combined. It's amazing. Everybody I speak it to is a different nationality, and they each pick out a different part of it. So it's a real melting pot.
To me, it's very close. It's just very close to me.
Yeah,
it's very beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, thank you. I do too. It's very pretty.
Yeah, it is pretty.
And as it's a combo of so many languages, that's the effect that is going to be around.
I think that's why they wanted it that way, because the book shows the melting of unity of everyone, that we're all the same and we all came from the same place. All these languages came from the same place. I think that's part of the lesson in it.
True.
Also, if I may ask, do you know whose language you speak in?
Yeah. You weren't here at the very beginning. I gave a little brief outline. All of my guides, including my higher self, are Old Testament prophets. And I had a private session with Jim, and then we did hypnosis with Ismael. So I got confirmation a couple different ways. I'm channeling a book of Old Testament prophets, the scriptures and the prayers that were lost, stolen, on fire, different books that went missing. They're channeling them to me prayer by prayer, scripture by scripture in light language. So it's the language that the Old Testament prophets spoke at the time of their lives, is what they said. So it's an angelic light language of their language.
Yeah, I know it's angelic light language, but it's amazing. It's really amazing.
So at the end of every scripture, they tell me who wrote it. So that last one was written by Isaiah. Some are written by Isaac, Enoch, and Elijah. So those are the 4 that are with me, and I'll be channeling Enoch, Isaiah. I do channel already, and Elijah. So that was what they said to me. So yeah, it's so beautiful. It's
amazing.
And she was able to see them in the hypnosis.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
she was.
And I was able
in a
to
temple.
see Mother Mary, and I know Lucy. I have to tell you, you look identical to her, because I was able to hold hands with Mother Mary, Jesus, Elijah, and Ismael had me look them in the eyes and exchange energy with them, and she held my hands and he had me describe her face. And then I saw you on one of the recordings with Deb, and I went, oh my goodness, she's the spitting image. And then Deb said who you were, who your higher self was, and I laughed. I'm like, of course. So you look exactly like her. Exactly.
Are you talking to me?
Lucy.
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 Oh.
She looks exactly
Lucy,
like Mother
you?
Mary.
Lucy, where are you?
She's there. Scroll through.
You maybe need to put it in in gallery view.
I see.
Yeah. And they told me that lots of the ascended masters and prophets are all reincarnating at this time to bring through the truth. that has been, too many people have been lied to for all these years, and they want the truth to be told, and that's why they want these written, spoken.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's actually your turn, Lucy, for the intentions.
No, Henry want to say his first.
Hello,
Hi there.
Henry.
Hiya.
Hi.
So,
Nice to see you.
and you. So I'm just thinking that maybe we should send some prosperity for the people that are just losing everything right now, and spending their days in despair, not knowing what's going on. So that's what I would like to do. That's okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Lele maladoci silu kulamata tumio, domono casamata preu tilu domiana, casanote preu meo domiana hashipala, situdoni calamata hashianto melanote, tumo dianu matacole, situdoni mastitu, fala mata meo preu, situ fala caleli doni male, senticuro mastononi tiamo, doci fala, cara meo, domiano Guano tuno, falamata tunato, donna, sono male preo, calanote la mosh, caliendo palanoce, matayama suma, belishi suno la fraluca tumino, sola animata, pumicola fratima, Simone tule matadoni lamo, dosi comicala, tishi metuno, kasha meladoshi halimato situ, tuishi mata preu mala, domino lamo, Kulu freo casiata domiano dumo, kasha mala lameo freo lema, kasha dalo, kuno situro tosino.
Chocolana sai tirineri, chocolana saria tinoi, chocolamani si, chocolamana yari.
That was perfect. Thank you. Thank you for the singing. So beautiful, Helena.
Can I have mine now?
Of course, you can.
I would like to, my intention actually, I would like to ask for some healing, because I am healing people for the coronavirus. I am healing people, comforting them from them being really sad. And I just experience for like 2 to 3 weeks now having lots of pain around my heart chakra, even though I'm praying from the morning, I'm connected to the source 24/7, and I never experienced this before. So usually in the night and the morning I'm waking with lots of pain in my heart chakra. So I was just wanted to ask for a little bit of support too, because I got a message from my higher soul to say stop healing until you feel better, but I don't want to stop, you know, I want to be here for people, so I just want to remove this discomfort. But
Can we add in to have a chakra brightening for you, to have your chakras brightened, because you're drained, and that'll give you some more energy so you're not so tired. So we'll add that intention into it.
Iwa, thank you for coming. Thank you.
Oh, bye, Iwa.
Thank you. She needs to go to work. Thank you, lovely, for being here.
So one more time, what intention we doing now?
A healing for Lucy, and because she's giving off so much energy, healing others, and also a chakra brightening so that she has more energy. She's not so tired.
So boost her energies.
Boost her energies and heal. Yeah.
And balance her chakras.
And balance her chakras. Yeah.
Put lights in every chakra.
Yes. Kulamata Tomianu Kaladoshi Minu Situdoni Katamala Hashia de Pe Kumo Hashia de Tomino Tuchifala Kalahashi
Tomiano, Dochi Mala, Clone, Malamata Dochi, Kumana Lamina, Mati Magrita Doshi, Situ Dome Alamata Priamo, Sumone Tucci, Falanote Kiru Suru, Dochi Mala Calanote Suru, Paladone Suru, Tizaka Doshi, Calanote Tucci, Mala Paladoci Siru, Usimana Asamala Paladoci Suru, Sutuma Tamiana Calanote Broro, Doci Fala Calanote Toro, Situma Tamiana, Doci Tamiana, Suru Tamiana, Doci Tumoro.
Taison tosainia Otostea nakason taisa, noata santute ataka sintiana, utu sintia kontaison to hatasan payahato, etaka hatu sintia nakatunanaha, onatasun paisia tuko, ontoatason taisata, onkon taisia nakato, Etakatu sete atosaka nakatu sitia onakasun shiki onokonaiha onnohatum manatusen innatum manakatusen takatun sete enatashi anto anaka ontaisa nakatu ekianatu anahaya Onatasu manaistanana, natasi anaistanana, ohoto se atakaintiasa, onatasi anakaton paisi anaka, ohuantas ataka.
It's very powerful. I feel much brighter now.
That's good.
Thank you, Lucy. And now it's you, Susan.
You can hear me.
Susanna.
Yeah. So my intention would be to send lots of love and lots of strength to people who are hurting in their hearts because of what happened to them when they were kids or teenagers or even now in adults. So they can kind of like forget the past and start living life. Because I think sometimes lots of things happen to people when it could start from childhood and it's with them for maybe the rest of their lives. And sometimes maybe they can make wrong decisions or they can maybe have, I don't know, like bad intentions or so yeah, so kind of like heal them in the heart and if they can kind of live like a nice and happy life, and that's mean they can actually give the nice life to others and not hurt anyone. That would be mine.
Beautiful, Susanna. Let's do it together. It's a beautiful, beautiful intention.
Tasiando tomanoche dumani paleturu, tosi planot dumanatoshi, silumani palanote kurumata tomiano, ticinote kashihala pelele siru, kulumata paladoshi pelele siru, matapuru komikala ticifala note siru, kufu, kufala tomanochi siru, kulumata tominochu kuru, tomino dumana pelele kiru, sisimani tomiano fatumeu, Falameli, Silumelu, Tomino Kuru, Esikuru, Tosikuru, Lele Male, Dochikiru, Tuchikiru, Domanochi, Falameo, Dochikiru.
Latroromatrali trisiroi, latraromatori latranomosiria, latraromalaria, latraromatraso, turi, no caroturias, oranatarana.
I saw lots of green light, so lots of healing light.
It was very beautiful. And now it's you, Christy.
Thank you, Ismael, and thank you everyone else. It's been beautiful. Yeah, I'm sitting here again, just reminding myself that we knew before we took the physical, before we agreed to come back in for another incarnation, that it was going to be difficult at this specific time. We're now sensing and we realize that the collective continues to purge on a daily basis, and a lot of it's chaos. But we're gods and goddesses, and we don't have to suffer. I remind myself that in the moments. We're not here to suffer. We're here to raise the vibration on the planet, but we're also here to raise our own vibration. So I remind myself once again that the intention at the moment is back to Christy, really, because we can all identify with the games we play in our head and the damage we can do to the physical body, to the organs in our body, through belief systems, through old programming. And this is part of this incarnation. We're all given the opportunity, when we're prepared to take it, to remove the old programming, as I call it, the SIM card, and take it back to basics. And try and find that innocence within us all that's there. We continue to face the distractions, so my intention at the moment is, again, to heal myself, because as a light worker, I continue to offer support. And a lot of the time, yes, my heart is hurting, because I can identify with what I'm experiencing, what I'm listening to, what I'm seeing, you know. But we're well able for it. It's not a case of, no, we're weak in any way. We're spiritual beings having this human experience in this reality. It's just another module we're doing in college. So I'm going to send the healing again to myself at this moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I want just to add one thing to what you say, because I received that in a channeling the other day, is that these humans who are dying, they actually also sign in their contract to leave their bodies at this time. And they sign to leave their body at this time because they want to help also humanity from the etheric way, from astral or from the other dimension. Some people have, it sounds weird to admit and difficult to accept or admit, but there is this divine plan that where we sign really what we want to do in any single moment of our life. And these people decide to leave the body at this time. And they come straight away, not into another body. They can choose to come into another body, but in the channeling that I received, the information was that most of the people who are dying now, they are coming back in a spirit to heal others. That is part of the continuation of their contract. And I relate, saying that, I want to say also that I relate a lot to what Christy has said, because those who are empaths and who have their heart open, those who are healers, everyone is going to be tapping in the energy that is going on at this time. So our hearts are hurting a lot, and together we can help each other and help ourselves. And this is what we are doing here as well in this group. So yes,
it's just something you said there, Ismael. Also, it's again, it's again the programming, it's the conditioning, and it's how we see death. And I want to say that there's no such thing as death. That's just an illusion that we buy into. It's a program that we've been fed by the reality that's around us and the reality we create. Death, there's no such thing. We're led to believe that we die. We don't. We just leave the vessel and step into another consciousness. We're going into another room. It's that simple. For our programming, the powers to be around us, we don't need to go into this at the moment, has led us to believe, you know, you will die, you don't die. There's no such thing as death. You have to experience death to realize there's no such thing as death. And we're all going to face that at some point. Thank you.
Thank you, Christy. That was beautiful.
Kulmata denone siru pulu tumos, zemalo denote siru
Siria pari tira la tara koshi tiriana la tara tiriana Tokolo parate di sakatara miria sakatutu miria la tiriaria Tokolo parare na karasatari na polopori di tiriaria Sori di calatari na polopari di tiratraria Norori na cari di dire natari to sori Natari Korori, Manasalari, to Costomi, la Taire, Tokoro Visira, la Catisira, Tokoro Matari, Pisakatori, Malacarasira, Colosomari, Nomari Casari, Costomotori, la Carisocoshi, Tomatari, Casitiri, Malotira, la Carisocori, Mirasira, la Carosho, Manacarasita, Cotimiri, Tirisi, Miratira, Coronoro, Corisira, Taretera, la Cori, Niazera, la Cori, Nekira, la Coronasiro, Colopare, Crisiera, Lokoro shomara kasakatanore, lokoro tomaka sekretira, tukoro metira, la karachekotore me krasira da koromira, lori krisira da tori mitira, kori krisira la kari goraria, lokore nasare kolkori mitira, lokori misira kalatina manare, o alla kari sikira kori miria, o la kisira kara cotina makora, la tara kasara kukari tikira, tori misia, o anikia, O anikia, no riadia siara karatira, shokora basikara nako, basi ala kishoko, nikishoko na kasi kritia ala kasi konokoa, nikasi karako sinino mari karakase kotopiritia, la karasika no shukoti kochi kini karakasa, la kasi kochokora koma, la kasa kalakritira katokoma, akira kasora la rikoroa. La casa con nome, la casa che raccoglieva, la cara che si non va ancora, caro anakia, la copa, la casa catara, cotore catara, canacana, ni anisi caria, ni a cori si tira, ni a cusci, ma casa caracossa. Piazza.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Was that you, Helena? Who was channeling that?
What?
Were you channeling that? Was it you? Who was doing the light languages?
Yes, I do light language a few years. I've got multi channels.
But was it you now talking light languages as well? Like
what?
For a long, because I have my eyes closed. I'm not sure if it was you. Was it her?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
That was me.
It's interesting because I was noticing a lot of words also in Latin, and they were like merging with the ones that Kathy was saying. That was amazing. Again. Yeah, some of them sound really like Italian, but again, it's the same. They might sound Portuguese, Italian, or Spanish. They come from similar origins. But
one of the words I say is "ti amo," and Safira says that's "I love you" in Italian. I'm like, oh, I don't speak Italian. I didn't know that. But that's one of the words.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you, Christy, for your intention. That was beautiful. Now it's you, Pinar. You need to unmute, love. It's still Muted.
Got it?
No.
All right. I'm grateful to be part of the circle, and I'm feeling the energy and the love coming from everybody. I resonated a lot with Christy's intention, and I almost have the same intention for everybody, because we want to be the healers, but to be the healer, we have to be healed first. And once we open to our gifts, like channeling, light languages, Reiki, whatever it might be, sometimes ego kicks in, and we have this feeling that, oh, I got this, and I'm here to save the world, I'm gonna do this, do that. But every time it's inevitable, we all go there, and every time I go there, I'm reminded to be this hollow bone, just this empty vessel, and let the divine come through you without any of the small self, lower self, or ego self getting in the way. So once we can achieve that, I think the energy will multiply and will be even stronger, and the intentions will be purer, and effects will be stronger. So we don't even have to just go save the world, but we can start with our family, with our homes, with our neighbors, with our community, and be that light, and the ripple effects will go all over. So this is my intention for everybody today.
Thank you, Vina. That's so beautiful. Happy Satayia
Kalidala malele pacham bala dunot komikala situmala hashanote malisiru note domi malakola hashivala situ domi malu hastunoni adonai denote purmata sanse malak hashanote falame situtala hashanote duilia mastiome denote kashakala note motu sino tulu kashafreyo mota halibala kalanote siro pluto mote kirmata hashanote diamo mastipeyo situ doni mastiamo fala koro note doni malu freyo malu situ doni malu frio turo mata doni hastiamo koro note diamo mastiamo koro hashanote
Onata sonna taisia kaihia naka. Onata satus tainia kahatus tianaka. Oto hatai ni tikiataka. Ohoanata sianaka tikiatako taihia. Ostainia kasaya.
Mararariram, maham, marariram, marirarirarirariram.
Thank you.
I love your
you.
singing.
It's beautiful.
It hits me right here.
And now it's Ulysses.
I just want to send love and strength to my friend Lucy. Her mum has been admitted to hospice and she's in her last days. And I just want to send them both ease and love and support in real terms as well as energetically. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, lovely. Thank you. Papua tasi.
Pelele maladochi,
Una
siru
anak
kulamata tulumio,
ituataya.
tumone kasamata
Lala
te,
tala
tilo
tara,
domiano,
loco para crastara, liquidita la trara, tocopa la cratromi, di tratrare di vitriolori, la calatara, tiracori la trara, la canapacasi catapaca da panatica, la nacara cocoro copara, ti sita taraca, copa cali ti sita, copa canasta, copa Tipo yipa batista matida kopati moka miko makamika komaka siko miko minikima tomaka siko minika tikata tomaka tisika latitoa toko patisia kopikra toko palatis topakda toko palataka sobra toka lapita so toka lapata kriso batara sobra toka sobra dia dia kata kota sikadro kata sikadro kata Las otras veces que se trata de ver esto, de ver cada estado, de ver cada estado, de ver cada estado, las otras veces que se trata de ver cada estado, de ver cada estado, de ver cada estado, las otras veces que se trata de ver cada estado, de ver cada estado, de ver cada estado, hasta lo que da que te digan eso, la que voy a decir, algo que quiero volver a las otras veces que se voy a decir, me lo voy a querer volver con mi vida, no quiero saber algo que voy a rolle, la gracia que voy a decir, esto voy a decir, no crees que era de no crees que era de vivir que se trata de futuro.
That's the power. That's the most powerful thing. It
It
makes
gives me
us
power.
all smile.
It makes everybody
Everybody's
everybody's
smiling.
giddy. Everybody giddy.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Okay, let me see if I have everyone in the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Yeah, I think we have covered all the intentions. And now we can start with the activations. So raise your hand, whoever wants an activation. And we will do Luba, Suzanne, Lydia, Susanna, and Lucy. And Susanna as well, yes.
How do you want to
Okay.
do it, Ismael? Just individually or together?
It's gonna be optional. We can ask them. We can ask Lydia, for example, is the first one. If she wanted like as a whole or individually from someone that you like to receive it from. Lydia. Yeah.
All together.
All together. Awesome.
Kaliashi tinote siru klurutu, tomiano dashi kilumata hasita, dose hasita, melanana durote, tomiano palishi kalanote surutu, peleri tone mana ladoshe, pele male kalimata, pelele tiru, sisi mana kaladoshi simukulu, bushu antunole maladoche mana, Ashianda maladoji simukulu, palameu freya malu, sirunote kulumata, kalele tomiano doshi malu dichi fala, guanum doji tumufala, alienda malanote fala, tashi fala tuchi fala, tomi fala malu.
Antaiti tumpai. Tu iti antu kiaka, antu shintiki, antu manatu, ti anakaya. Okay. And now Susan.
Oh, I was just going to say that was wonderful. That felt great. Thank you. Everyone.
And would you like to have the activation like as a all together, or one person that you would like to choose from the room? It's up to you. I had this comment by an English lady who attended to one of my previous meetings of light languages. and she suggested that she wanted the light language activation to be from me only, and I say, okay, you only have to ask. I mean, that's open for everyone. So it's up to you. We can do it all together. It can come from anyone you like, or all together.
I like it being from all together. That's good. Good.
Cool. Cool. I like it too. Shata sata sata. Unagata satata manata. Unata satata ikupatista yanatu. Etakatu siniki anakapashi yanai katainika. Unata sana tuena hatumana. Atose anakafatisi anayaha. Omanatu sintaka intushi anakaha tumna kayana. Utahia tasu. Anato sayatu patia. Pashatu kuantato sente. Atakanta sata pashiki. Itiatukun tatu shintiantukun. Antatsata tisakum patashum paka. Untaktishiti is as important to connect to the divine and the source as important to connect with the planet Earth and grounding. Allow your energy to circulate and concentrate in your heart first, and imagine that goes from your throat to your heart, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then connect it all at once with grounding and connecting to source in your crown chakra. That's what I felt during I saw these visions of these like native Indian doing that. Yes. So maybe that is maybe something particular for you to do and practice. Yes.
Was that just for me, or was that for everybody?
That was for you.
Just for me. Okay, I just wanted to clarify. Yeah, I do have a Native American guide named Feather, and so that kind of makes sense. And I have been feeling blocked more in my throat chakra and heart chakra, and I feel like I'm starting to clear some of that. So that's very helpful, you know, having that technique to help hopefully clear what I feel is a blockage, but just letting go of old energy, I'm sure. So.
Do you use crystals at all?
Yeah, I use crystals every day, you know.
Use one on your throat chakra and your heart chakra for a little while. It'll help.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've placed it right on the chakras. I usually have them with me, or I wear jewelry.
When he was talking and you were talking, that's the message I got for you, not for anybody else, just for you.
Yeah, and I used to do that. I used to lay it. Okay, awesome. Okay. It's been a while since I've done that.
It'll help bring out the light language.
Okay.
That's what the message said.
I heard, yeah, it's coming soon, you know. Yeah. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I find interesting that you requested like a group one, and naturally everybody didn't do it, and it came this entity called Feather, because I channel a lot the Native Americans. I have two guides, one girl, one woman, and one man. And usually they come and identify now, because I started I had my activation in December. So since then I've been getting familiar with the light languages, and I received the confirmation that these two light languages were coming from them, the Native American ones. The interesting thing for me today is that this one, I never channeled it before. It's like maybe some other tribe that my guides were not connected to, because it sounded very different, but at the same time, very beautiful.
You channeled it specifically for her, because that's why I was told not to speak. That's why I didn't say anything. It was specifically for you to connect. That's why I kept my mouth shut.
Yeah. That was meant to happen. That's how
I was going to
understand
start and it said no, so I stopped.
It's okay. That's beautiful.
Wonderful. Thank you.
When we allow our hearts to talk, our own heart tell us to don't talk sometimes also. It's like, that's the beauty. That's when we are in total alignment. When we are in alignment with our heart, it will tell you you need to say something or not as well. You will just feel it in the same way that you channel the light languages, or when you talk to someone, something with love. It's like sometimes your heart tells you to stop there, and that's it. And you don't know why. There is no logic behind. It's just, that's it. That was as much as you had to say. And that allows the perfect divine synchronicity to manifest when we are all like in an orchestra with our hearts connected and listening to it. That allows these beautiful things to happen. Like we didn't plan to go forth here talking light languages, but Kathy felt it, that she had to step back. And I didn't know anything of that neither. It just happened.
Awesome.
Yes, practice that with the crystals and what Feather say to you.
Ask them during your meditations. Ask them to come into your meditation and open the light language up for you, to allow you to let it flow, because it's there already. You're just blocking it from coming out. So ask them in your meditation, but ask your guide that you're connecting to at this time, because that guide is the one that's supposed to be helping you with this, to help you speak it.
And I've been practicing channeling every day, and I'm getting more comfortable with that and it more,
and that'll open the light language up too.
More beings are coming through all the time, so
awesome.
I'm getting there.
It's fun.
Learning to surrender and trust and just let it flow, whatever comes through. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I still have his energy here. I still have the energy from Feather here, and it's so beautiful. And that Kathy say, connect to him or connect to her. Do it because it's beautiful. It's worthy to talk to this gentleman or lady because it's so beautiful. Thank you, Susan. And now is Lucy. Do you want an activation as well, or receive?
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay.
Because you know that I am connected constantly to Creator, to Jesus Christ and archangels, and every day. And even though I still experiencing blockages in all sorts of directions, like just now, to having this darkness surrounding me from not sure from where, even through my channeling with you or my previous channeling, there was lots of barriers. So I think it's really helpful that I have the opportunity through you guys to help me to remove these obstacles from my.
When Lucy is talking about our channelings, I believe she's referring to one session that we have of hypnosis.
Yeah.
And during that session, we experience a lot of resistance. Sometimes that happens during the sessions also. We managed to get the information that we needed, but there was a lot of resistance, and so that's what Lucy is referring to with the channeling we did together. It was through a hypnosis, and that resistance was there, and apparently is still around. So let's try to assist that if we can.
From everybody, yeah.
For everybody, perfect. Very good. Okay.
Doce fala nada doce siru, kurumata tomiano de note, siru proro domino la mate, fasciante pelanote tumino, Kurumata kalanote tumino, tochi malakate timala, tochi chimu kurunote hasita, tumino, duro kalanote kalamata, tela noche kalamata tumino, kurunote kalamata kola santamala, tochi mala, tunote siro kurumata, tunone kuro, kalian, dumana, tose dumana timu, dola mala tuistadoni, susumala kalian, dumana tose kiru, pelele malu falamata, tunote kalianta, dumana kushukiru, tapikiru, tulakiru, doni kiru mala, hachun tumu, sanse mala, hashimala kunote, hachun tukuru, tose mala, kiru,
Ohonna hatu hianatu hai hianakaha. Uhanai sakanaku hanatasaka. Uhu unkahianokum nahataka haku hakata. Ahataka shunkahanun taha. Ohonna tahatuhu nikiahahano. In this one, I felt like in the beginning was like an entity, but all of a sudden, I started feeling like the energy from Jesus and the Aramaic, the language that they used to speak at the time. I bet that you did also as being his mother. It's interesting that came because it's only with few people who are connected also to Virgin Mary is when Jesus started downloading some language. The message I received is, and it was funny because I heard like, my daughter, you have the power to do everything that you want, everything that you will. You have all the potential within. My daughter, please expand yourself. You just need to trust and allow that to flow. Something like that. It was in form of feeling more than in a voice talking to me here like Jesus. It was like a feeling message. But it was very interesting, and I was about to laugh, to start laughing because he said my daughter. And then when you were his mother, I was like in my mind already like getting distracted. And I say, Ismael, put it aside. Don't pay attention to...
You're doing the lineage in your head.
Like, what is that? But yeah, it was very beautiful. It was really like he was talking to you with that mother love feeling. And it was so beautiful because of that, because knowing that you are Virgin Mary and he is Jesus, that he was like, in a way, very grateful for everything that you did to him. That was the feeling there. And that's why he said, my daughter.
I think also God speak through him. So it's God speaking through him to us.
That's what I got out of that, Lucy. Yes. That's how I understood it also.
Because he called us children, all of us. And we are all one. Yeah. And but you mentioned in the beginning that you see the alien first. So would that the alien making these blockages?
No, the contrary. No.
We're targets right now because light workers are the brighter your energy right now and the bigger your mission, the more attack you're under from the negative energy. So we have to do more blocking and protecting ourselves right now, just because your light is shining so bright. They see you, so they find you faster, and they want to dim that light. So
if you have any tips for the group, how even more protect ourselves, because I'm shielding myself and my family every day. When I'm healing people, we are going through lots of protocols of protecting, but I'm still
calling in your angels and white light and all of that stuff you're already doing.
Yes, I'm doing, because this is all part of my training for last 5 years.
Yeah, that to me, that and maybe some smudging, some extra smudging around your house if you're picking up a lot of people's energies, that makes a big difference too.
Like we are locked down now, so we are in the middle of forest, so there
You have
shouldn't be
no way,
more people
no.
coming in.
Yeah, but you're still picking up energy through the TV and through the
No
walls and
TV.
stuff like that. No? Oh, well,
But
that's
the
good.
energy is
Yeah, the
Only
energy's still
people I
there.
connect with who I heal, the only one who coming and asking me for healing, that's the one that are in my life, you know, at the moment.
In the way I understand energy, energy is everywhere. It's not only, it doesn't come only from the news or from the radio, you are such a powerful healer, Lucy. You are a very powerful healer. So what are you doing every time that you are putting your intention into healing? You are actually tapping
making your aura brighter and bigger.
You are expanding. Yeah, you are
You're
creating
expanding.
like something like this. Like when a bomb fall into the ground and you expand like that ripple effect, that expands everywhere. So maybe what I will do is that when you spread your energy into healing, also put the intention in that expansion effect that you create, put also the intention to cleanse. As you are sending energy, try to cleanse every single ripple from the residual dark energy that it might get trapped. You have to imagine it. It's like boom, you heal, you expand the energy, and then in all the light attracts dark. That's something that is going to happen always.
Yeah.
Always.
And the brighter the light, the more it attracts because they can see it better. It's not really one person in particular, it's just the energy in general, the dark energy. But I like that idea. Maybe when you're doing your healing, put the intention to have any dark energies that come into your aura, to transmute them back into love and light so that they can't affect you or your client or the person you're healing in any way. And with that intention, maybe that'll stop you from absorbing and them from pulling from you so much. But a lot of light workers are getting drained by how much, how down everybody is and how much sorrow they have and uncertainty. And it's those energies that are pulling on us. So we're all feeling the same way right now, a little extra tired and a little bit overwhelmed from having to be the calm in the storm or the light all the time. So it's, what you're feeling is very normal, I think, right now for all light workers. It's just that your aura is so bright that you're kind of under more attack.
Yeah. Sometimes I was just feeling that because I feel the energy of the Mother Earth, and we all do. And some of us are more sensitive. And even though she is repairing herself, the vibration of fear of the humanity is putting her down because she wants us all to be happy. And that was affecting my heart as well because I feel the cry of the around the world, I think.
Yeah, you're feeling all of the people, all the other energies around you, and it's hard to learn to not absorb them because it's what we do as human beings.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. The light language is already there. It's the same. You have to just let it out.
Hello, Safira.
Safira, hi. Sorry, I am 2 hours late. I realize that.
You are welcome anytime.
We're just doing activations and then wrapping up.
Oh, you what, honey?
I said we're just doing some activations and wrapping up. You're in time. You're fine. You can still do an intention. We have time.
Well, the thing is, my car battery needed. Oh, well, okay. So, what I did was I did this chakra meditation with this guy in England who does all kinds of things like that, and he did it for free for everybody. And I laid down, put my earphones on, and listened to him meditating. I woke up at 4:30 with my son calling me, and I'm like, OMG. And then he was all excited and telling me the story. And my son is like, if I don't hear what he says, if I have to ask questions because I didn't hear him, like really listen, then he tends to get upset. So I'm like, oh God. Anyway, so I was listening as hard as I could after waking up. and then my roommate came and said, "Are you ready to charge your car?" So I just charged. I had to get. He had to jump it, and I'm just sort of like sitting in here in my car right now. I was trying to drive and run it, so that's why I'm so late. Because I fell asleep. Anyway.
Well, you must have needed it. Do you have an intention before we finish?
What kind of intentions do you do, for example?
Anything you would like, personal or otherwise, anything you like.
Oh, I see.
You can think about it. I think we still have a couple more activations if you want to think for a few minutes, and we can do it at the end.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. I know that I want to get my light language released because like I told you last time, I speak it when I need to, like when I'm doing a blessing, but it doesn't come any other time, just automatically. So I wouldn't mind having it just come. And I would like the Elohim language if I can request either Elohim or dragon language.
All right, you can put anything you like in it. We could just add you to the list of
okay.
We'll do an activation on you with that.
Great. Yeah, I would like both.
We're
both
letting
language.
Everybody decide if you want the group to speak light language, or do you want one particular person individually doing it? It's up to you.
I'm not sure what you mean, honey. I'm sorry.
Do we all speak together to do the activation as a group, or would you like just one specific person to speak instead?
Oh, I have no idea what's best. I don't know. Whatever you think.
We'll do it as a group then.
All
Okay.
together.
All together then.
United love.
So to activate Saphira's light language so it comes more fluently all the time. And there was another part to that.
Elohim, dragon, and Pleiadian.
Elohim, dragon, and Pleiadian. Okay. Got it.
Thank you, Saphira.
What do I need to do?
Just close your eyes and relax and listen.
Relax. Be receptive.
Let me close my car windows because cars are going up and down. Sorry I look like such a mess. I'm sorry.
You don't look like a mess.
You don't.
Okay. Okay.
Hashiada e Ushwantuidia, Tiguru Shuruduilia, Inta Urui Taru, Shurutakaria, Sankara Tikara Shurutaku, Antura Shara Takario, Antukara, Inkara Shantakuru, Iriuru, Shuntakara Uru, Shuntakara Uru, Shuntakara, Tinkara Takaru, 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 Tinkara Shara Takaru.
Un tain tin tam pain kin tin tin anton tain tia un tain ti tia to tin ti tia ton tai tia tanta un tai ti tien tia tin tia Saphira tun ti tin tia ton tai tan ti tia un tai in ti anton ti tia ta ti tia ta ta tia ta titia ton taita ton titia to taita titia ta ton ta titia to ta titia ta ta tan titia tia.
Thank you. What else? Yeah. What else should I do?
You're okay, love. You're okay.
Okay.
That wasn't the dragon or the request that you asked for. I felt that what I was channeling were these guys that I have behind, the Arturians. And this is a language that I'm very familiar with them because I'm connected to them. And it is a lot with ti, tu, ti, ta, ti, like that. They use the ti a lot. And it's very powerful and healing every time I use it in Reiki or for activations or all of that.
Great. So you felt that they were activating me, you mean, or they were activating? Yeah. Okay.
They were like around you, like a bunch of guys like this.
Oh.
Like around you, and doing these sounds that they do with the. I don't know how they do it, to be honest. Maybe they do it only with their throat and they don't have even a tongue. I don't know how they do it. Maybe.
Okay. Thank you. What about you, Kathy? What you feel?
I lost it. I was listening to Ismael.
It's okay.
Let me think for a second.
Are you?
It's gonna come back to me afterwards. I forget.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's okay. You don't need to. It's not necessary.
When we talk next time, I will.
Okay,
it'll come to me. It's like a bubble that just went pop.
Thank you both. Yeah. Okay.
You're welcome. Oh, I remember. It came to me. Same as somebody else I told. You need to call in your higher self in your meditation and ask them to help you release it.
Okay.
That was the one thing that I heard while we were speaking, is that you need to call in your higher self.
Okay.
Just ask them to help you and it'll come. It'll open up.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And now is Susana.
Could I have it as a group, please?
You can, of course.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tasiano tomanachi dumani palaturu, tosi palanot dumano tosh, silumana palanote kurumata tomiano, tichinochi kalihash, pelisiru, kurumata paladoshi palelisiru, matikuru komikala tichifala note siru, kurufala tominochi siru, kurumata tominochi pluru, tomino dumana palele kiru, sisimana tomiano falame, falameyu, silumeyu, timunu kuru, mesikuru, tosikuru, palele mala dochikiru, tuchikiru domanochi fala, meyu dochikiru.
I don't know who that was, but it was very nice.
I did see angels.
That was
small
nice.
little fairy-like angels. So you must have them around you.
So gentle and so soft.
Yeah, that they were very delicate and soft, like little fairy angels, like tiny size.
You know, even made me like so emotional. I had like healing like this Debbie, and she kind of like said, I am the angel as well. So my friends, I guess.
They're all around you.
My
See, they're helping
family.
you. That's what I saw. Then your family, yeah. I was assuming they were your guides, but they were dancing around you. Thank you, Lucy.
Lucy confirmed that.
Yeah, Lucy confirmed it. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
So you'll
Perfect
probably
sense.
speak something very similar to me then. Angelic light language is probably similar. There's so many dialects, but they all kind of blend.
Yeah. It is, you know, this session, it's like there was a time that my heart like beat like really fast, like I felt like, yeah, it was just incredible. This one, it was like amazing.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, the energy is strong here today. All positive.
Oh,
Very
and I got an interesting that you're saying that about your heart beating, because I was listening and I got, put your hands on your heart and feel your heart beating and feel the love. And that is also a light language frequency going out from your heart.
Who did you get that from, Safira, me or Ismael?
I don't know.
Because we both speak at the same time. So.
Yeah, but it was about the heart and feeling the heart and
Yeah.
feeling the love. And then, because it was like, the idea was like, you don't always have to speak it out in a particular language, although, you know, that's what you want, but just the language going out from the heart is also a light language. That was the message I got.
Yes.
Totally
Yes.
true.
Yes, totally true. I think that's exactly what the message from the prophets was too.
There you
Exactly.
You're talking any language, as long as you use your heart, becomes a light language too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. That's why sometimes we tell to some people things, and at first they look like they didn't listen, and maybe 2 weeks later they received the effect, and it's because the love can go through all the blockages. Sometimes take time, but it doesn't mean that because you have a blockage doesn't go through. When it's pure love, goes to the essence of yourself. And so many times and so often people come and say, oh, do you remember that light language that you did 1 month ago? Now I'm feeling the effect. And I say, brilliant. It's not like it has to happen in 2 minutes or just today. It can happen anytime as you allow also that to happen.
Very nice. Thank you.
Do we have anyone else?
Who else would like an activation? Luba. Let's go for Luba then.
Let's go for Luba.
Individual or both together or all together?
All together.
Helena, join us if you want. You're welcome to join for the activations also. Here,
oh yeah, please.
All together.
Oh yeah.
If you don't feel it, you don't feel it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tahiti at Umaita at
Hirmata Hashanoti Diamo Master Preyu, Sita Doni Mastiamo Fala Coronote, Dona Mala Preyu, Sita Doni Mala Preyu, Tura Mata Doni Astiamo Coronote, Tiamo, Cavadici, Mala Coro Hashiamo Adonai, Cavitosha, Santa Mala, Moto Sinturu Kashifu, Tanala Catinoti Situ, La Mash,
Lara loro puri tristara osuro batraro ye siklati pori loko dalla strata kurupa matata.
Thank you.
I saw purple colors. Lots of purple, that one.
Oh.
That's usually from the higher realms, is purple, that color.
I felt also the mantis beings. The mantis beings work a lot with they're so wise. So they're
supposed to be way, way up high. Maybe it was their color then.
And
they are supposed to be
resonance.
very...
I'm too smart. And nobody knows.
They are very smart. They're supposed to be master geneticists.
Oh.
Yes, they are. And they work also with the human mind, with the wiring that we have. It's like Dr. Dispenza. He speaks that as we process our feelings, as we open up to things, we rewire our brain. These entities work a lot with that and the logical mind. So they unlock logical things that are blocking ourselves from feeling other things. Sometimes they come from programming, something that we absorb, like Luba does hypnosis also, and we get a lot of programming. We are sponges all along our life, so
our whole life
we
is
can
programmed.
get it anytime, that programming, and that programming might be there interfering, and sometimes when they come to me is to remove that something that is there stopping me from feeling something else, and these are the ones who I felt talking.
Luba, do you like to sing?
Me?
Yeah.
You sing. I love to sing, but not angelic
No,
language.
I'm not asking you to sing right now, but do you like singing in general?
I love it. Yeah, I used
Okay.
to. I
There you
perform.
go.
Yeah. Oh, you're good.
Because the message was also, along with what Kathy and Ismail said, is the Hawthorns, Hathors, sorry, not the
Hathors.
Hawthorns. I always say Hawthorn. It's crazy. The Hathors would also like you to call upon them as well, because they will help you with toning and the language coming out through singing.
They helped me a lot. There are some free YouTube videos of the Hathors singing through Tom Kenyon. He channels them. You can listen to them free. Use that as your meditation. He tones and he channels the Hathors, and it's amazing to meditate to. So just look up Hathors Tom Kenyon.
Okay, thank you.
Wonderful,
Thank you.
wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Safira.
You're welcome.
Safira, I want to express my love and gratitude for when you were channeling Mother Mary a few weeks ago, and I asked for prayers. I'm using daily. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Oh, thank you. That's
It's
beautiful.
very
to
helpful.
hear.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you for
Mhm.
sharing that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Very nice. So, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You were the one who asked about the cards, right?
Yes, yes.
Good to see your face. Good to see you. Beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
I asked my friends in Germany if anybody has contact with her, and they don't, but they suggested one other place to check, and I'm going to check that one other place. So I didn't forget you about that.
And you cannot make a copy or something?
I have to make sure I'm not doing any copyright, what do you call that?
Infringement.
Yeah, I have to make sure I'm not doing that. That's the only reason I don't want to make copies. I want to do everything I humanly can to get to her, and to see if it's okay.
Can you ask Jim in channeling, maybe in Ucolo, if you get you can get permission? I don't know. Just suggestion.
That's a good idea.
That's a very good idea.
She has
Thank
a powerful card.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yeah.
a healing card, very powerful, from some woman from Slovakia years back. She met her in Germany. That woman didn't speak English or German, but she brought someone else with her, and they were able to translate for her. And that's how Safira got those cards. And so I said, well, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, please do ask Jimmy if
okay. Hey, if you guys all want to meet about that, I can do some of the cards for everybody.
Yeah, maybe that next week we can add that to the list, make some time for that.
Yeah, what I do is I draw a little picture of you. They come out so
with your
cute.
great skills.
With my great artistic skills, and I will put the card on top of the picture, and the pendulum will move until it's done. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, we'll add that next week. That'd be neat.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
We have one left. Liz, I think, would like an activation.
Before Liz goes, sorry about that. You know already I'm yapping. We are 2 women from Slovakia and 2 women from Czech Republic. Susanna, Lucia, they are Czechs, and Lydia and me, we are from Slovakia. And we
I just said Slovakia. I was like, oh.
Ahoy, ahoy, ahoy. Sorry, I'm going.
It's a chance for everybody to meet. It's a way for people to connect all different ways around the world. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
I believe our guides bring us to this so that we can meet and find our missions and find who we're supposed to be breaking off into groups with. It's their way of reuniting us on the 3D level.
Definitely.
Kathy and I, we've been experiencing just that very powerfully lately. It's like we knew we needed to be together, collaborating.
Yeah. The skills just fit perfectly of what I could do and what he could do, and the two things combined just make something so much better than us working individually. So, and it's the guides that are bringing us together and saying, okay, you have this skill and you have this skill, so I'm going to match you two together, and I'm going to match you guys together. And I see a lot of it happening with different people right now. Everybody seems to be breaking off into little sections to work on their missions and what they're being called to do. So it's beautiful that it's happening finally.
Yeah.
And we knew it. It wasn't like planning. It was just like a knowing. That's it. I mean, we knew it. We didn't have to discuss much.
We both thought of the same things at the same time, and very telepathic. No words had to be exchanged. It was very, very strange.
Flows.
Okay, Liz, you're up.
Liz.
Sorry, my dog has just been demanding food and to feel it out, so that was
my husband's demanding food soon too.
I'm slightly resistant to like language or my need to have it. So I don't feel like I need to have it, but I'm curious and open to having like language, particularly if it'll help me heal more, better, whatever.
It does heal you. It does heal you.
So I don't know what and others to use my healing with others more powerfully. So then when I think of it in that context, and I'm like, yeah, I'm open to it. And then about a week ago, after our session, Ismael, I woke up sort of just with these last few syllables of what was probably light language. So yeah,
that's when it comes, is when you're just waking up.
I don't feel like I must. Yeah.
Yes, it's like in hypnosis. You are like in that
state of
point
brainwave
where you are going to fall asleep, or you are neither awake or you are neither asleep. It's like in one point in between. And that's why when we wake up, when we are coming back to this reality, we hear voices, we have visions, and sometimes if you have a very pleasant gradual waking up, you get to get more and more information. When we just go straight to our mobile to check it, we break that divine connection that we feel when we are in the other levels, no, of energy levels or dimensions, wherever we go.
It's not always phones though. It's often children bouncing into bed or husbands picking their mobile phones up. It's like,
yeah. If you get that quiet moment and you are, maybe hiding in the bathroom or something. What I found was helpful when I first started was I used the voice recorder on my phone because it would come to me at odd times when I was alone. And I usually had my phone close by, so I'd grab it and record it. And then I could listen to it later on to help me say it and remember it. Because sometimes it comes to you, but then an hour later you forget what you said because you're still learning or remembering. So grab your phone, record it, and then you can listen to it, and that will bring on more words.
Because it was really clear, just as I was waking up, I could have said it again, but I was just like running it through. And
so keep saying it. So keep practicing it. Once you get it, just say it. Just keep saying it.
And don't go to the, what was that? Don't go there.
Just say it.
Go to the feeling. Like, what was that? But with your heart. Like, opening your heart. Because in the moment that we activate the mind, what was that? It's pushing everything away.
It felt like that, yeah.
It's like when we have a beautiful dream and we wake up and then we start writing it. We are more feeling that mind. We see what we had in that dream. We see it and we feel it. So it's easy to write everything and describe everything. But from the moment that you have an interruption from someone, or you start like, what was that really? Was that a spaceship or it was an animal? And in the moment that you get there in that mind conflict, boom, everything disappears.
Everything is perfect. You know, when you're waking up and you're in that like
Yeah.
peaceful state,
Beautiful,
and
blessing
I have this amazing
feeling.
like speeches, channels, writings, you know, and then I really wake up and it's like, oh, what was that?
Yes.
All gone.
All gone. Yeah, we're all like that.
And by practicing, Liz, by
Okay.
practicing meditation, by practicing, you will get to that. I tell you, for sure.
I know I
You will
will.
get to that feeling. You will. It's like you will remember that feeling. It's not about activating anything. The way it feels in me after doing more meditation since 2012, it was like gradually I could remember more that feeling when I was just waking up. And I was taking that feeling to my reality, to this, what we call reality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And
I
that
mean,
will
even
happen,
when I was
that will
17, 18, that's how it was. And I was living more of that life than this life, more 5D than 3D then. But yeah, so I know that it's just patience and practice, and you know, I don't know how it works, but it works. That's all I know.
Do you want it all together, or would you like us individual?
No, all together is great.
All together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pachim tukuru denote malu, halamalu konote durutu, ashamala denote malu, tushamalu, tashikuru mata hashiande, tulumalu denote pacham, ishtunote asamala malana kotu, tushukuru mala kashanote, tumana koshi sansamala tushukuru denote astumu, tostiu tumuduilia, masnote kushinote malo, tiamu dushinio kalamata.
Tiki antushiti anaka onata kumpiti sitiki antoana unaka shikia anoko anaka uniki atuti anaka tua anaktusi tiano anaka otosho tainia kuo uatai satana unaka tusiti ata akuana atusine tisi ila ukuanta lis atuko antashi intakantu anakotuinti anata shundetaka unatus intena unaka iti eta unatus intiana oko antashu untuku ananai unoa ananai ukunu onanai.
I saw Horus while you were speaking.
Really?
Yeah, Horus and the Egyptian gods next to him. You must be connected somehow to, well, we're both connected to Horus, but you must be also, or he wouldn't have shown up.
Yes, Liz has a lot of connections also. I think we all here have very powerful connections.
Yeah.
We just don't know yet which one
It just takes time to piece all the puzzles together.
Yes.
Put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Yeah, there you go.
My cousin is connected a lot with Isis. She's connected a lot with Kuan Yin. Many, because I think we have had together like maybe 10 sessions of hypnosis. So in every session, someone has come up saying, hello, I am part of NIDA. And then just from there, we've been expanding and expanding more and more. It's incredible. And that's how she also got, also the hypnosis, what it does is to get you a step closer to yourself and to your higher self, to your interior, instead of allowing yourself to be so much depending of the exterior. You start connecting better with your interior. And the session I had with Naida were like gradually getting better and better and better. And the messages were more and more powerful every time. And we have had like a parallel life also. It's like it's so clear that we came to have this mission collaboration together. Because, for example, I got my light languages activated in December last year. And only a few weeks later, 2 weeks later, she started understanding the light languages. And all these synchronicities happen with our soul family. It's not only with her, because she is in this lifetime my cousin. Actually, my mom and her mother are cousins. We are not direct cousins. We are far cousins. But she's been my heart and my more present than even my sister in this lifetime. And yes, this is gonna happen with all of us. We are gonna start connecting things in the same way that I'm experiencing with Naida. And this is something that happened also during my session. When I did the session to Liz, I felt the connection that I have with her, and connection also to other people that we know, because we asked these questions during the session. So it's just wonderful, and it can see also, like Liz said before, like in a dream, like in a dream, or when we are coming out from the dream, we just get the message. We just get Susanna is the angel, let's say Zadkiel. I don't know what angel you are, but it's just an example. But yeah, this happens.
Go ahead,
and it's
Nadia.
happening. And it's happening more and more, and gradually more and more and more and more and more. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yes, it's difficult the times that we are living on one hand, but on the other hand, if we listen to our hearts, if we connect to our soul family, we are gonna get that compensation that we need, that we all need. And we do that through connecting to each other. And that's what we are doing constantly here. It's like in so many levels we are connecting here, not only with light languages or by looking at each other's eyes. No, it's in so many levels. We are readjusting our energies to, at some point, we never know how everything is going to unfold, but at some point we might get a feeling, oh, I need to collaborate with Liz. Oh, I need to collaborate with Lydia in that and that and that. She loves the animals, or maybe I have a mission with the animals with her. God knows. I don't know just yet, but this is how it has been happening to me, and this is how it happened with Kathy, and this is how it happened with Naida, and this is also the way that I connected to Lucy, and everything has started expanding, and it's wonderful. So when times are difficult, I think a lot about this that I'm saying right now. How beautiful, yes, the world is, and the situation is difficult, but what a wonderful family I have here, and how many things I'm learning, and how much I am expanding, and how much is happening, what I always thought that it was going to happen since I was a little boy. Everybody treated me like I was crazy. Everybody treated me like I was making everything up. I wish I could go in a time machine and take all that people that I came across with and bring them to this group or to the experiences that I'm having today. And they will see then that I wasn't crazy, that I was just knowing something that was going to happen 40 years later, or maybe 37 years later. I'm 41. So...
Isma.
Sí. Yes. Hola. Dime.
Cuando le ha hecho la activación a Liz, una de las cosas que he interpretado es que decía, no tengas prisa, todo llega en su momento.
She got some interpretation from the light languages that I was doing to you, Liz. The interpretation is, you don't have to rush. Don't try to rush. Everything will come in the
The right time.
In the
Divine
right time. In the divine time. Exactly.
And I got the same message. I got the same message for you.
I did too.
That's how I feel as well. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I know it will. So.
Well, the message was you don't have to try, and don't put yourself under pressure. Just think of it as a diamond that you. Just think of it as a diamond. It's there for free, and it's there, and just know that it's going to benefit you so much. Just think of it as the joy of the benefit of it, and not like you have to, you should, or things like that. Because we always put ourselves under those kind of pressures, right? Well, many. So I got
we
the
got to
same.
stop putting time pressures on ourselves.
Exactly. So we all got the same message for you. There you go.
we have to trust that everything happens in the right time. We have to start really, really believing that. Okay, if tomorrow I want to go with my bike out somewhere where there is no people because I need the sun. But if tomorrow is not sunny, I'm not gonna feel frustrated about that. I'm gonna accept the things the way they are, because maybe on Sunday I get the sun, something like that.
Ismael, may I say something?
Of course you can.
Oh, I don't want to interrupt if you're in a
Please do.
on a roll. If you're on a roll, as we say. So, I was thinking, because you and I never explored any past lives, but I think I got this image of somebody in the Genghis Khan era, or that we kind of ruled together in the Genghis, somewhere in that very strong, dominating, mighty era. Do you know who Genghis Khan is?
Mm-hmm.
Or the other idea was, did you watch the Game of Thrones?
No, I haven't.
Okay, there is a race of people who, she's called the Mother of Dragons. She comes from that race. Dothraki. Yes, thank you. I had the feeling that I had that image of the Dothraki race,
Because he looks like them.
Yes, and that we were together in that time too, and that I'm. It's not the first time I'm interested in dragons, but that I was told recently, get your dragon energy, So there you go. So we should explore that sometime.
That would make sense too. Yeah.
Yes, we'll do in the channeling gatherings. We can ask these things if you want.
Wonderful.
Sorry to interrupt, Ismael, but I've got like 10% on my battery left. So if I drop off, I apologize to everybody.
That's okay. The only
My
thing I'm
iPad
going to tell them, the only thing I'm going to tell them is that I'm going to do very soon on Friday, I'm going to do a hypnosis session to a lady who connect to the Ashtar commands. So I wanted to share this in the group and ask you if you have any question that you have about the current situation in the world. I'm going to write down my email there. Please send it to me, because I will take these questions and I will ask them during the session to the Ashtar command extraterrestrial beings, if you feel like it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna write it there, and then we can do a light language class closure, and then I hope that
I should make it. I don't know. Yes, I can't plug it in because I have to use my earbuds, so it's the same plug for both.
Oh dear. Yeah, I just ran it from my car to plug my phone in. I was at 4%.
Yeah, I'm okay for a little bit, not too much longer.
Okay. All right, let me get to the chat.
So you would like to ask any question about the present situation? About humanity,
we asked a bunch
our
when we did
evolution.
mine. It's a great way to get information for questions for humanity. It's a wonderful tool.
Yes. And this lovely lady, every time I have done a hypnosis to her, the information also comes from the same ETs, From this always come the hashtag command because she's one of them. So it's I think I'm gonna get good stuff from there. But I wanted, yes, if you have in your heart questions, that's also really good because I will ask these questions and I will upload the session, the hypnosis session. I will upload it to my YouTube channel, and so you will be able to listen to the answer in my.
Okay, what time are you starting the
channel.
sessions? What time are you starting so we know when to send our questions in? Until when? Like what time is your session starting?
I'm
Friday
starting
evening.
Friday evening.
Okay.
So if you could send me the questions before, so I put them all together, that would be lovely.
Thank you.
Like, yes, like 1-2 questions each, because I don't want to to drain the energy of this day with the hashtag commands. I'll take all the time from the hashtag commands that they might be very busy at the moment.
Oh, no, Ismael,
They are
do
not?
not think, no, they don't think like that. They do not think like that at all. That we can call on them every day, all day, and their consciousness can go anywhere at any time and spend time where it needs to. And so that's fine, really.
Usually, yes, with the ET rays in general, they're always there. They're always there in the disposition of anyone. But this particular entity from the Astar command is actually the higher self from this lady. And she's usually, every time I ask her, how are you doing in Astral? She keeps telling me, I don't have time for anything because I'm working so hard. That's the only reason why I'm saying. Maybe the relative from her in Astral, they can be with anyone at any time, but she tends to tell me every time I talk to her that she's very busy at Astral. She's like a captain in a spaceship. So yes,
Very
please submit the questions you want. And let's do, thank you for coming, all, Lydia, Naida, Sefira. Actually, I need to tell to Naida before we leave the group. Naida, de Safira y Kathy han tenido la misma traducción que tú en la interpretación que has hecho de las lenguas de luz. O sea,
Vale.
igual. Gracias. Ok, y ahora vamos a cerrar con unas lenguas de luz. ¿Vale? Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's
And
been
thank you,
beautiful.
Kathy.
Oh, You're welcome. I appreciate everyone coming.
Thank you. It was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much.
Palidoni malele kuru, mastione de novi kuru, pelele male, kana, tushu dono te peliamo, astiamo kuruamo tushuamo, pachu tukuru male, ashiando note tuilia, sense mua, kuturu dashimota hashimoto, kurumoto dushiamo nome, caladore male tu guano, come cola malakai, tu no dote, onore, some istadone, tu note done, malele, malele, malele.
That was nice. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you all.
Everyone.
This last channeling I did, it felt like you are all blessed. That was the message. Like, it's not like a closing message, but an opening message to continue your mission with courage and with determination and trust. And you are blessed.
And everyone should ride this energy that they're in right now for as long as possible.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Bye.
Everybody have a beautiful evening.
Every Thursday we do this group for everybody to know.
Thank
every
you.
Thursday at the same time.
Yes.
Wonderful.
See you all soon. Bye, Spear. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, Kathy. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, lovelies.